Chapter 1, The Click Up. Plot 1, New Recruit, Fort Bliss, Texas. Hot as hell out here, and you have to stay sharp, especially if you are not one to just follow orders without knowing the why. That is Tony Mai for you, questioning everything. The Army does not always like that, but that is how Mai moved. He isn't just wanting to be another body in uniform. He needed to understand his purpose. That is why when they called him up from Bravo Company to work on the network setup, get him damn printers talking to the central processing units like they're supposed to, he was already in his bag. Printer cables, Ethernet wires, switches. Mai was on it, running diagnostics like he was born to fix broken technology. Music in one ear, headphones on, but his mind was sharp, always thinking. He was used to the hustle, always figuring out the next move, always ahead. But when the runner came through, telling him to head to the main office, he knew it was going to be something different. Mai, the runner said, they need you up front as soon as possible. Mai raised an eyebrow. For what? The runner shrugged. Just go. Mai was not no sheep. He could feel the eyes on him when he walked into the main office, but that was just the game. He ain't know what the hell was coming, but he was about to find out. When he stepped in, that is when he saw him, Murph. Slim-build but confident, cool in a way you do not find everywhere. The kind of guy who could talk his way out of anything and still make you feel like you were in the loop. He looked like he belonged in Harlem with that easy, laid-back aura. And Mai? He was from Baltimore, but this dude Murph reminded him of home in a way he did not expect. Plus, he was a Sagittarius. Mai wasn't even big on astrology, but he always vibed with Sagittarius energy, straight shooters, fire signs, that independent hustle. Murph wasn't fazed by the uniform or the Army life. He looked at Mai like they were already cool. And that is when the bond started. "Ayo, what is your name?" Mai asked, eyeing him. "Murphy," he said, "cool as hell." "David Murphy." Mai grinned. "Oh, Harlem. Okay, I see you. I am Mai." Murph chuckled. "Yeah, I am from uptown. You from Baltimore?" "Yep," Mai said. "But do not let the quiet fool you. I got more of a reputation than I care to show." Murph looked him up and down. "I feel that. We gonna see how this goes?" The rest of the afternoon was chill, but Mai kept his eyes on Murph. There was something about the way he carried himself that Mai respected. Murph wasn't tripping off rank or protocol, he was about his own thing, and that is the kind of energy Mai needed around him. By the time they wrapped up for the day, Mai was already plotting the next move. He knew there was a kickback later that night. Nothing big, just a small party, but it was off-base. And the off-base joints, those were the real ones. "Yo, you trying to roll with us tonight?" Mai hit up Murph as they were heading out. Murph didn't even hesitate. "I am down. What is the word?" "Just a little pregame, then we are out to the spot." "You cool with that?" Murph nodded. "Hell yeah, I got nothing better to do." Mai was not one to roll solo, so he hit up Johnson, the only white boy in the crew, but one who knew his lane. He was from Alabama, but he got that southern smoothness and knew how to play it right. He wasn't the type to cross lines. That is how he stayed cool with everyone. Plus, Johnson was always down for a good time. They linked up in the parking lot, and Johnson pulled up in his beat-up Civic. You could tell he wasn't trying to flex, just trying to enjoy the ride. Johnson had the auxiliary cord ready, and Mai slid in the passenger seat like he owned it. Murph was in the back, already laughing at the vibe. "Yo, you all ready for this?" Mai asked, the energy shifting as soon as the car doors closed. Johnson grinned. "Man, we are always ready. Just do not get me caught up in no drama tonight." Mai smirked. "Ain't no drama, fam. Just good vibes. I got a shorty from the PX that is coming through with her cousin." Murph raised an eyebrow. Okay, I am feeling that. They pre-gamed hard, bottle of E&J in the back, a little smoke in the air. Johnson did not have a clue what they were playing on the speakers, probably some indie white boy stuff, but they were not tripping. They plugged in the auxiliary and got the real music going. Max B, Dipset vibes. Loud. After a couple of shots, the plan was clear. They were going to meet the girls at the Popeyes by the mall. Mai had already bagged Shorty's number earlier in the week. She was working at Foot Locker, and the energy between them was instant. Mai liked her. She had that "I'm a bad girl, but I don't gotta prove it to you" kind of vibe. And now they were about to pull up. "I am telling you," Mai said as he reached for the phone, "tonight is going to be legendary." Johnson laughed. "I do not jinx it, bro." Mai texted the girl. "You out tonight?" Her response was quick. "What is the move?" "I will let you know." "You bring your cousin, I got you," Mai replied. Shorty hit him back, "Say less." We out. Chapter 1, The Click Up. Plot 2, The After Party. By the time they pulled up to the crib off base, the whole crew was lit. The drinks were already flowing heavily and everyone was feeling themselves. Mai, Johnson, and Murph were all slurring their words, and the girls? They were right there with them, vibing just as drunk as the guys. They had all piled into Johnson's car earlier, heading over to Monte's place. The ride was loud, full of laughs, jokes, and bad music. The girls were cool, nothing too uptight, just along for the ride, talking shit, making jokes, just trying to enjoy the night. When they pulled up to Monte's crib, it was already jumping. Tori was there, of course, but Monte's boys, Mike and Jordan, were posted up too. Monte, being the laid-back but sharp guy he was, didn't miss a beat when they walked in. The energy shifted from a chill vibe to one that was about to go off, and Mai was already feeling himself. The drinks kept coming, and they kept getting wild. Everyone was passing bottles, laughing, playing music, and shouting over each other. It was like a non-stop party, and Mai did not even realize how deep in the sauce he was getting. He was stumbling, laughing, having a good time, until he started getting too drunk. Mai was out of control by now. His feet were all in the girls' faces, getting too comfortable on the couches. He wasn't paying attention, thinking he was just having fun. But the girls, they were turning away, clearly uncomfortable with how things were going. Johnson and Murph were just looking at each other, trying to hold it together while everything around them got messy. It didn't take long for the girls to start pulling away, and it wasn't about being rude, it was about wanting to get away from the drunken chaos. The girls were not really feeling the vibe anymore, and they did not want to be stuck in the living room with a bunch of tipsy dudes. So without saying much, they headed for the rooms with Mike and Jordan. Mai was so wasted he barely even noticed at first. When he realized what was going down, though, he was pissed. Not because he was sober, because he wasn't, but because he felt like the night was slipping through his fingers. He had brought these girls for Johnson and Murph, and now they were heading off with Monte's boys. His mind was spinning, and all he could think about was getting back at them. Mai, in his petty drunken state, wasn't thinking straight. In a fit of frustration, he grabbed the girls' iPhones from the table and slipped them into his pocket as he walked out of the room. No one saw him do it, not even Johnson or Murph, who were too distracted by their own drunkenness. Mai didn't even feel bad about it. The whole night had gone sideways, and he was just trying to take control of something. He wasn't about to let the girls walk off without getting something in return. Mai didn't even say goodbye as he dipped out of Monte's crib. He wasn't sure where the night was going to go from here, but he knew this wasn't the end of the story. The tension between him and Monte's people were only starting to heat up. But tonight was just a drunken mess.